98.7 FM. And we're broadcasting live from Newstyle Radio, 98.7 FM, and via the Lounges TV with Simon Cowells and his team. Big up to Simon Cowells and his team. Massive, huge extra thank you to Soca Master, Manager, Alderman Philip Murphy, Chairman, Newstyle Radio, for this groundbreaking episode of Victory is in the Grave. That's right, we're doing it again. Another impromptu episode of sci-fi awesomeness as we continue the adventures of the 313 militia, Professor Cyrus Diop and the team who are battling interdimensional jinns, off-world, satanic monsters, hybrids of all sorts, Neanderthal hybrids of all sorts, fanatics of all types of religions. However, we are more focused on the individuals who have taken it upon themselves to join the militia in this battle using the new tools of science, the scientific method, yes. Dare I invoke BCU Steamhouse, yes. The graphene science of one humble Aston Walker, a lowly, unwashed scientist, no degree of course, who synthesized graphene and also invented a UVC LED water sterilizer to boot, yes. But we're more concerned with the blockchain on this particular episode. The mighty blockchain, that's right. Cryptocurrencies, NFTs, non-fungible tokens, an education that is essential. It would help if I press record, but never mind. An education that is necessary for all and sundry. So, we're here, Newstyle Radio 98.7 FM, simulcasting over the Lounges TV network, courtesy of Simon Cowells. We send big thanks to Soca Master, the manager, Alderman Philip Murphy, the chairman, and the team and the volunteers, of course, where this experimental radio drama, stroke artificial intelligence, stroke cryptocurrency world record, world-beating Guinness World Record, I should add. Get the Guinness part in there. But it's all hyper meta as our story unfolds, where we talk about the graphene militia of Victory is in the Grave, streaming actual footage, images and data from the rareable NFT collection. There's a bit of a lag there. Come on, get the images up. We're not overly impressed with that one, but it doesn't matter. It's experimentation. That's the name of the game. When one is experimenting, the curiosity of delving into new technologies, artificial intelligence, Oreshnik, Russian hypersonic nukes, it's all going crazy. Some who have a more eschatological bent will see parallels from the various works of biblical, Quranic texts. Other texts are available, other religions are available, of course. We'll see eschatological signs. Signs abound. Is this the end times? Who knows? But one thing we do know, only Allah, in his infinite wisdom, knows the future. Only he knows the coming scientific breakthroughs that will enhance mankind for the good, for the better. So we see here streaming. You can't see it because it's on radio, yeah, but I'll describe it for you. The smoke dragon with the members of the 313 militia in a football stadium. Huge dragon, 200 foot. Scary. Red eyes like lava, glowing. A smoky apparition-like figure of a Chinese dragon. Very impressive. Very powerful. But the smoke dragons of Sifa, who were defeated by the 313 militia, we merely captured them, subdued them. They paid homage to our warrior class, to our brave soldiers who dared to venture beyond the earthly realms and earthly frequencies. These monstrosities and abominations captured as NFTs and on the blockchain for future generations to see, to witness. So don't say that we was lying here and all that kind of stuff. So for the first time in history, for the first time ever, technologically, the innovation of streaming actual NFT crypto animation has been achieved. It's been accomplished. For episode, what episode are we on? Right, did episode 2, episode 6. Are you sure about that? Yeah. Well, we're going to call it episode 6 for your data files. Monsters, black monsters, with claws and appendages. Often they seem familiar. Crayfish comes to mind. Tarantulas, creepy crawlies of all kinds, cockroaches. These abominations peering through the screen, avatar-like, menacing, intimidating, live streamed over the rareable NFT collections. We go back to the AI-generated images and captured images of the clown forces. These very same clown forces, black and white clowns, who in their otherworldly jinn-like existence wreak havoc on the minds and the mental health of human beings across the planet. We can only battle them with what scant resources are available. The technology is that new. You can't just buy everything. But even though we extracted the gold from the Euphrates, we must temper this with prudence. It is important, vital. One shouldn't become extravagant. We have to focus. This is the important thing of the militia. As we sally forth into unknown territories, frequency jumps, knowing full well that the lizard, snake-like, satanic entities, enemies of black African true humans, have their various systems in place, colonial systems of oppression, tyranny. But we battle on, and we urge listeners, those who have tuned in, to join us. Join us in our battle. Simon Cowells endorsed us, Lounges TV. We have various means of communication, various ways of reaching the youth, and it is the youth. Let us not shy away from this. The youth, who are the future, they are the hope. They are the warriors who will accomplish the work when the rest of us old farts, people over 50, like myself, are long gone. It is the youth that will shoulder the burden of this escalating battle between the monsters that have now been captured and live via the blockchain. They have taken it over. They have actually gone the full hog and captured the minds of young men and young people with network money, imaginary money. Allah only made gold and silver as the true means of wealth exchange. Money, real money, true money, gold and silver, dirhams and dinars. This artificial blockchain money, mystifying as it is to most of us. I mean, not everyone's got access to, you know, top-end GPUs and so on and so forth. But we know that that's not the way forward. The exploitation of African resources, minerals, coltan for the COBOL, ARM chip, SoftBank, Japanese, Unit 731 systems of oppression must come to an end. It is most fortunate that the Sahara Desert acts as a natural barrier to the coming and looming chaos of all-out nuclear war that is happening amongst the Neanderthal, European, Caucasian, Persian, Aryan classes. For too long, they have lorded it over dark-skinned black people. And what a hash of that they've made, yeah? They haven't exactly acquitted themselves, have they? And we're hundreds of years in to civilization, apparent civilization. Because we know they're not really civilized, are they? You can always tell by the way they treat women. Mahsa Amini, remember that? And that's for the Iranians who talk about Fatima, peace be upon her, and the Ahlul Bayt. There they are, girls being murdered on camera. Shocking. The hypocrisy. Sistani and the Pope that passed away. BBC undercover with the clerics selling young girls, abusing young girls under the auspices of Mutta. Terrible, shocking. Sunni and the lies perpetrated against the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, by Aisha, may Allah curse her. Other denominations of Islam are available scholarly texts. 9-year-old girls raped, just horrific stuff. Lies, of course. The Shia of Ali, we don't condone such behaviour. I mean, clearly, ignorant and wilaya faqih, kuffar, devils, hypocrites of the Khomeini cult. May Allah curse them as well. Other scholarly opinions are available for those who are interested. But there you have it. The 313 militia. And what it takes to meet the grade, to battle the forces of psychological terror, psychological brainwashing and manipulation. For Allah has given each human being free will. A human being, we include our Neanderthal brothers and sisters, hybrids, of course, because Allah only judges that which is in the heart. It's in the heart of the human being, the niyyah, that which is intended, as opposed to the superficialities of what is apparent in the amal, in the deeds. So this is an important point, one that should be meditated upon. But we digress. It is, of course, these images, the data stream, the live streams, the recorded streams of African, black, Congolese African warriors battling in their super graphene suits, you know, way ahead of Superman and Fantastic Four and other shoddy DC Marvel white supremacy nonsense. It's not that. That's not the one. This is the true reality, where the African youth have finally mastered the minerals and the technology and the metallurgy that was in their ancestors' lineage and gift from the Almighty. In this new phase, this new chapter, this new era, this mastery, in order to protect the children, the women and children, the vulnerable, has reached its zenith. And these images that are being multicasted via Lounges TV, big up Simon Cowells, yeah? We've got to big him up, yeah? Anyway, but these images that are broadcast, because there can be no science fiction, science being the word for knowledge. Yes? Science. Let us look at the etymology of the word science. Latin, Old French, seer, scientia, denoting knowledge. Middle English, Old French from Latin, scientia. No, the main modern sense developed in the late 18th century, or back to the 18th century again. Cannibals, cannibalistic Europeans, colonial enslavers, learnt from the Sunni enslavers. May Allah curse them, the enslavers of Africa. Curse Mansa Musa too, who had eunuchs. So no one gets a free ride. No one. History is very clear. Very clear. Those that abuse black boys, even Africans, black Africans who participated in this Sunni Satanism, we condemn them in the strongest terms. Other views are available. We have to say that for OFCOM rules, of course. So science, how can science be fiction? How can knowledge be fictional? What is going on? To call knowledge fictional, fictional knowledge, Neanderthal fictional knowledge, that's what sci-fi means. That is what science fiction is. It's a satanic brainwashing mechanism that we have to fight against, that should be fought against. And that is what we are doing via the various airwaves and means of projecting and amplifying new voices, innovative voices, free from the colonial academic chains, satanic chains of Oxford and Cambridge and Harvard, Stanford, these satanic white supremacy bastions. Some call it rhetoric, but they are fools. They are foolish. They are ignorant. They do not read or study history. Just care about flouncing around in Gucci and Mercedes, Benz and Rolex. Fools, I say. Foolish, narrow-minded, uncouth, lacking in couth. They have the audacity to dare to censor the voices of those who are calling people to common sense. Whether African or Neanderthal hybrid, it is immaterial. It is only the near, that which is in the heart, which Allah takes. And this is the victory in the grave. That is all that matters. And that is the mantra of the Graphene 313 militia. We will finish the stream there. We will continue as long as Lounges TV allows the account, to keep going and so on and so forth. And the world record, hopefully, we're going for an actual world record. It's actually set for the 6th, but is it the 6th or the 20th? I'm not sure. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I digress. The main thing is we have demonstrated amply the animation, the film source from the blockchain, streamed over Lounges TV to all and sundry, streamed over Newstyle Radio, 98.7 FM, even though it's not frequency modulation, but streamed. But you get the picture. And AI images, AI animation, for the first time, broadcast, sent across Wi-Fi networks, TCP/IP, IPv6, beamed on mobile devices, solar-powered devices, for your viewing and listening pleasure. I am a warrior, part of the 313 Graphene militia, in my Volback graphene jacket. Big up Volback for the prototype jackets. This is very important, name everybody. Want to give everyone a shout there. Equal crack of this historical, monumental moment in history, in cinematic history. Just been speaking to, funnily enough, San Francisco Film School. Might be a little partnership there. That's quite interesting. Well, I thought it was interesting. Was, you know, big up Monica. Lovely chat. So there you have it. We're gonna close out there. Thank you for listening and tuning in to the broadcast.